Hi everyone, this is Nori and we're rolling again. And this vlog is very special and very close to my heart because I will be joined by a very special friend of mine ever since college. He is a graduate of the University of the Philippines with a degree in speech communication and currently among the main persons at Brand Marketing in Shopee, a volunteer at Love Yourself PH, a theater and film enthusiast, and a Master in International Studies student at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. Let us all welcome in the show, in the pod, Neil Raagas.
Hi!
Welcome
Oh my
po.
God, Nori! Oh my God, Mars! It's been a long time.
Mm,
Like we've been talking a lot naman online, especially
mm-mm.
pag may mga milestones tayo sa buhay. Pero yung conversation talaga na ganito, parang the last time was pre-pandemic, di ba?
Oo. Actually, January, bago mag-lockdown nung March.
And and the funny thing is, kaya tayo nag-meet din noon, it's because we're talking
Parang talking
about
about adulting din, di ba?
adulting, right? Grad school, further
Mm.
studies, and
Mag-e-exam pa lang ako noon ng lae. Hindi pa ako
yeah, and now no,
nakapag-exam.
second year ka na. Oh my God!
Bilis.
Ang bilis ng panahon.
Yes. We
But
will be
thank you.
talking all about further studies in this vlog. So talagang
Yeah.
saktong-sakto, Mars.
Kaya super thank you din in-invite mo ako kahit na, I mean, alam mo yon, like, it's been a long time again, but I'm so happy to be here. Oh my God, like seeing your vlog. Oh my God.
Ako
Okay.
din, Mars, parang naisip ko talaga, sabi ko, if I were to create an episode about this, sabi ko talaga, si Neil talaga yung unang pasok sa isip ko kasi sobrang busy niya. And speaking of being very busy about the things that you're currently doing, share ka naman, no, about konting kwento about undergrad, from undergrad natin, and even your work at the moment, and ano yung kaibahan ng life mo before and now.
Siguro number one kaibahan nun talaga is like your priorities. And iba na talaga yung priorities mo when you grow up. But Mars, alam mo yan, college pa lang tayo. Todo, na tayo, kuratsa na tayo sa mga racket, sa mga trabaho para ma-survive yung natin, no? Parang, ikaw, you were working, believe talaga ako sa'yo, you were working like what? Sa rare job, tapos papasok ka ng class natin. I remember we have like a radio production. Tapos, gabi na, galing tayong class, diretso tayo ng coffee shop, mag-edit tayo hanggang 4 a.m. Tapos diretso ka ng work. Tapos ako din, may gagawin pa ako. So parang, grabe, nung college talaga, it's like a training ground, especially for UP. It's a really good training ground to explore the things that you want to explore. Like parang, doon ka nagkakamali, doon ka natututo. Like, it's really beyond the four corners of the classrooms. And it's so happy that I've met people like you, like all like speech communication, especially like I've been part of the family. To be honest, kasi diba, I was from UPLB for 2 years, Com Arts. Nag-transfer ako to Diliman kasi hindi na ako umuwi ng Manila kasi nga busy sa teatro, sa LB, so nagagalit yung nanay ko. But anyway, when I transferred to Diliman, I wasn't so sure about speech com. Like sabi ko, I mean, I'm so sorry po, BSCTA. Kasi diba, from the outside perspective, when you hear about speechcom, they feel like, salita lang yan.
Or ano yun?
Oo, ano yun,
What's
ganyan.
that?
What's that? Like, even like, like the closest people with you na akala mo so supportan ka, they feel like the speechcom is not really a course. But we get to understand when you're already inside the course is that it's more than talking and speaking. It's really social scientific, humanities, and you get to be holistic in everything, like in understanding every part of it. And that training ground actually helped me to where I am now. So, syempre nag-teatro tayo, nag-film tayo during college, nag-racket-racket tayo ng kung ano-ano para mabuhay. Then, and the funny thing is, napunta ako sa marketing. Which
Mhm.
is very dinedread ko talaga siya ng college.
Mhm.
Lahat ng orgs ko, ayoko po ng marketing kasi ayoko yung
Ayoko
kumakausap.
yung marketing
Oo,
committee.
ayoko mag-marketing committee kasi chichika ka ng tao, magko-convince ka, partner
Mm.
ko kayo sa amin, etc. and all. But maybe fate actually is the
Mhm.
one telling me na, this is something that you're maybe capable of doing.
Mhm.
So, while I was doing my thesis, hindi pa ako tapos ng college, I was already working for Booster C.
Mhm.
Booster,
I remember that.
ano siya? So,
Tama.
while I was working for Booster Shot, kinontak ako ni CNN if I want to join them.
Mhm.
So, I tried. Alam mo naman tayo, try lang ng try. Ayaw natin nakakamiss ang
Tama.
opportunity. So, it's still a learning. So, I tried. Then, fortunately, my boss accepted me, who was also from UP, Masco.
Yes. Mm.
So,
Si
and
Miss Ina,
Miss
tama?
Ina, Miss Ina ko.
Hi, Miss Ina, if you're watching.
Nakita,
Shout out.
na-meet ko na yun. Love, yeah. So, she was kasi she's an enthusiast of UP sa Mascom. So, I think tadaan ko siya sa pagiging live aids, live
Mhm.
aids galawan, ganyan. So,
Mhm.
anyway, dun talaga sa CNN, dun ako namulat sa marketing kasi it's a really marketing na iba-iba. Like partnerships, like events marketing, trade marketing, etc. Like all types of marketing sa CNN. And talagang tatlong tao lang kami doon the whole time. So, yung
Mhm.
3 years ko sa CNN, it made me think na, maybe this is really something for me. Maybe. That's something
Mhm.
na. Parang,
Mhm.
okay, I'm good at this. I think this is something that I should pursue. And while I was in CNN, uh, I tried to explore to Shopee as
Mhm.
like a graduate, like their management training.
Mhm.
Kahit 2 years na ako sa CNN noon kasi sa mga training program, basta 2 years ka pa nagtatrabaho, okay lang, ganyan. So, I applied,
Mm.
pero bobo tayo sa math, Mars. Wala tayong math ng college, alam mo yan. Puro math yung syempre mga business, mga kasabayan,
Mm.
BAA,
Mm.
mga
For
eco,
sure, 'di
oo.
ba?
So, baksak tayo. So, okay, sabi ko, maybe it's not for me. So,
Mhm.
fast forward to April 2021, Shopee contacted me again if I want to try other positions. Sabi
Mhm.
ko, what are the positions? Tapos nagbigay sila. Sabi ko, sige, just let me know what positions best fit me. Kasi I don't want to
Mhm.
man to di ba?
Oo.
So, they gave me this position where I am now. Parang, okay, you will work with the offline media, ganyan. So, I tried lang din and biglang, ito na, accept ako and
Mhm.
all. Then the rest is history. Parang we were the first few teams na binubuo pa lang yung brand marketing team ng Shopee. Tapos hanggang yun na nga ako na yung pinakamatagal right now as of the moment sa team sa brand marketing. And
Mhm.
I was, kung nakikita niyo po yung mga TV shows, commercial,
Yes, lalagyan natin dito ng mga picture ni Neil.
yung,
Sumasayaw siya sa TV.
oh, oh my God. So yun, alam mo yun, nakamit ko na yun. Ang saya lang because in Shopee, mas naging, from the generalist marketing, naging focus mo ngayon is brand marketing, as in how do you build your brand. And I think we were able, of course, with the help of a team, it's really a teamwork and collaboration and good mentors. That's really important. You have to find good mentors. And we were able to build the brand marketing of Shopee. And ngayon, nandito na tayo at patuloy pa din, lumalaban at ayun, happy naman ata tayo. Happy naman ata.
Gusto ko yung may ganun pa.
Oo.
And speaking of that, Mars, no, apart from Shopee kasi, di ba, sobrang active natin, ganyan, you're also an MA student in UP. And can you share ano ba yung motivations mo? Ba't ka nag-pursue ng further studies? Or plan mo ba talaga yun right after graduation? Or nung college pa tayo?
Yeah. Nung college pa lang, naisip-isipan ko na parang, gusto kong mag-masters. Pero
Mm.
hindi ko
Parang
alam.
tayo na.
Oo. Oo, di ba parang
Tayo.
kasi, so, alam ko, we're both like big dreamers eh. Laging,
Mm.
like kahit gano'n tayo iba to ng buhay, like, pack shit, gawin natin to.
Tama, laban.
Di ba? Kasi like, wala eh. Ganun talaga buhay. Mahirap. And what we have to do is just fight. Okay lang mapahinga, mapagod, pero laban. But anyway, going back to the question, uh, It was, I think, 2016 when I got accept. I tried to apply for YCV, the Young
Mhm.
Southeast Asian Leadership Initiative. Then I was shortlisted to be interviewed to be one of the participants for their civic engagement program wherein papadala ka sa US, ganyan. I was part of the interviewees and isa sa mga interviewers doon, nakita ko, he was a diplomat by day, nakita ko yung profile niya, a diplomat by day,
Mhm.
and an artist by night.
Mhm.
Tapos doon pa lang, sabi ko, for the longest time, ito yung hinahanap ko na gusto ko.
Okay. Mhm.
And hindi ako pumasa sa hindi ako pumasa sa interview. I wasn't part of the final,
Mhm.
dun lang ako, but the thing is, sabi ko, shit, hindi man ako nakapasok dun sa program.
Mhm.
I was lucky enough to know what I want already.
Okay.
Because not
Parang may
everyone,
eureka moment ka.
oo, kasi not everyone, and not like, hindi kasi lahat nabibigyan ng opportunity to get to know what they really want at an early time.
That's so true.
Sometimes, 32 ka na, 40 ka na,
Yes.
50 ka na, doon ka pa lang. And maybe I'm just lucky enough
Mhm.
to know it at what? I mean, I think I was 19 or 20 years old that time. Third
Mhm.
year college, ganyan. Then, after that, pinalitan ko na lahat ng bio ko. Like, social media. So we go, future diplomat by day and theater film artist by night. Which until now, yung nagamit ko pa
Oo.
din.
Kita ko yan. I-follow niyo siya. Lalagyan natin dito yung IG.
And I always try to manifest that in everything that I do. After I learned about it, sabi ko, dapat yung mga next steps ko, hindi man siya malaki, maliit at maliit. It's like a day should be a step closer to my ultimate goal. Sabi ko, okay, ano na ba yung na-achieve natin now? Speech com tayo. Okay, pagka-graduate natin, anong gagawin natin? E napunta nga tayo sa corporate world. Kasi nga, kailangan natin ng pera, Mars. Hindi naman tayo,
Correct.
alam mo yun, lagi natin pinag-uusapan,
Tama.
Mars, paano natin tayo pupursue yung mga gusto natin? Eh, hindi naman tayo kaya, sabi nga ni Catherine Bernardo, ang choice ay para lang sa mga
Papayaman lang.
mayaman, right?
Mhm.
So wala, kailangan mo iwan yung teatro, yung pelikula, kahit gano'n mo siya kamahal, para i-pursue yung magpapakain sa'yo. Which is, for me, the corporate world. And yun lang, naging masaya ako sa corporate world just because in everything that I do, I always put, the best foot forward. But anyway, so, pag-graduate ng college, fourth year pa lang, sabi ko, mag-i-international studies ako. Kasi, ito talaga yung first choice ko, dream school ko Ateneo, Mars, totoo lang.
Okay.
Kasi walang international studies or like diplomacy in Diliman na bachelor's. EL sana, pero di man ako pumasa ng EL. But anyway, so, sabi ko, sige, sisimulan ko to. After college, mag-apply ako. So, graduate tayo ng college, hindi lang natin naasikaso during the first year kasi April pa lang nag-start na sila. April, nagtitisis pa tayo, so di natin napansin.
Oo, yes.
After a year, sabi ko, ready na ba ako? Or kaya ko na ba? But I always tell myself, you can never be ready.
Correct.
There's no such thing as ready na ako.
Yes, agree.
Diba? Kasi hindi mo naman masasabi na ready ka na. May isang araw lang na mas matapang ka, na mas gusto mong gawin ng isang bagay. At kung hindi yun ngayon, kailan?
Yes.
And walang magsasabi sa'yo na ready ka na, quote-unquote ready ka na, kundi yung sarili mo. So that time, na first thing na nagbukas yung applications for, that was 2019, April. The first time na nagbukas ang application ng Masters, International Studies, alam ko na nasa Diliman. Kasi doon ako nag-hone and etc. Sabi ko, laban, push natin to. Kasi sabi ko, hindi man ako ready ngayon, ang mahalaga sa akin, nasimulan ko na.
True.
Kesa yung 2 years na, 3. Kasi I've been hearing like, of course, from different people, also from my bosses na pangarap ko din yan eh. Like, gusto ko din yung mag-masters and all. But the timing now, parang hindi na kaya. If I were younger, so doon pa lang sabi ko, kailangan ko tong simulan.
Yes.
Yun na yun. And I'm so happy to have like supportive like bosses to allow me to go for their studies. Kasi ang hirap talagang pagsabayin yan, lalo na sa schedule. So I applied and it was like sobrang hirap because when I got interviewed, ang sabi talaga sa akin, do you know that you're a handicap? Sabi ko, I think so too, ma'am. Kasi wala talaga akong background sa pol sci. Mars, wala tayong pol sci
Oo,
ng
totoo.
college. And it's
Like,
a really,
even if we're given the electives, no? Syempre,
oo.
take natin yung mga film,
Yeah,
ay,
oo.
yung
Like,
mga
yung gusto talaga
broadcast.
natin, mga prod, di ba?
Oo.
So, wala talaga. Like, ang alam ko lang, the basic policy is the government is the unit, blah, blah, hindi ko na nga alam kung yung tamang word. But anyway, so, I wasn't expecting to pass the interview and all. But I got a letter na, okay, you passed, but you're on a probationary period. Sabi ko, okay, maybe this is for me.
Yes.
I tried. Kahit wala pa akong, Mars, magkano lang sahod ko nung pero nag-apply ako, nag, nag-tuition ako. I mean, mag-tuition ko lang naman nung that time, mga 5,000, 6,000. Pero ang laking bagay na yun, Mars.
That's so true. Oo.
Ano mo sa story?
As a personal, talagang sinusupport natin yung sarili nating,
Oo.
di ba?
Hirap.
Mga graduate school.
So, pamasahe mo pa and all. So, I tried. So, nilaban natin. Okay, first years, aral tayo, international studies. And when I got into first sem, sabi ko, okay, nag-a-adjust ka lang. Alam mo yung first time ko sa UP ng freshman ako, ganun yung naramdaman ko ng master's. Ang bobo ko. Like, ang bobo-bobo ko, ganun. So, okay, ganyan. Sabi ko, sige, baka second sem, kaya na to.
Oo.
So, mas naramdaman ko, mas bobo ako ng second sem. Ang lala ng imposter syndrome, Mars. Like, sabi ko talaga sa sarili ko, di ba lagi ko sinasabi sa sarili ko, ultimate goal ko, diplomat by day, artist by day. At least one step at a time. Doon tayo sa diplomat by day muna. Tapos sinasabi ko, second sem, para sa akin pa ba to? Parang hindi na ako masaya. Parang hindi na ako, hindi ito yung gusto ko. Gumagana na ako. Tapos nag-pandemic pa, nag-stop yung klase. So another, the pedagogy and everything, ang dami bago. Ang hirap na online classes. Sorry po mga prof kung mga late ako nagpapasa ng papers. Pero ang hirap po talaga.
Totoo, mahirap siya.
So, ayun. So, parang imposter syndrome na parang minsan nagbe-breakdown ka na parang gusto ko na lang matapos to or tatapusin ko pa ba to and all. Pero, maybe life is so good about me being, doing these things. There would always come a time na pag gusto ko nang sumuko, may parang bumabalik sa akin na gusto mo yan, di ba? Gawin mo. Tayo yung tao na hindi tayo sumusuko, Mars. Alam mo yan.
Tama. Oo.
Napapagod tayo pero hindi tayo susuko. Ayun, so parang yung mga small victories mo, it's important that you celebrate. You're not too hard on yourself, especially in those days na sobrang feeling mo walang-wala ka na, walang sumusupport sa'yo. Small victories, like for example, na very good ka ng prof mo, or like natapos mo yung readings mo.
Yes.
Yung mga ganun. It really helped me to cope with those kinds of hard times. And ngayon, tingnan mo parang nasa last coursework na ako ng semester, comprehensive exam na ako next sem. And right now, I'll be honest, parang para sa akin pa ba ito? Ganon. But andito na tayo and ang importante is you enjoy the ride.
Yes.
Regardless kung gusto mo pa ba yan. I mean, important na gusto mo. But as long as may reason ka pa para kumapit ka. Kasi you will never know until you do it. Because for me, the greatest failure is not even trying at all. Because either way, you're gonna learn anyways.
Yeah.
Ayun. So, to summarize more, no, parang college, nagkaroon tayo ng eureka moment.
Yes.
Magpakain tayo sa corporate world. Magpakain sa corporate world. Sinubukan natin kasi gusto natin masimulan. Hindi natin napakalain na makakarating tayo dito sa parang final semester already, final year. And, ayun. And everything is history na. Wala pa din yung mga nahihirap na bagay.
Oo, kasi for sure, mas marami tayong lista niyan. Pero like what you said talaga about na parang, it's not about failing it's about not trying at all. Kasi at the end of the day, tatanda din naman tayo, magiging 30, 40 years old tayo. But, might as well be 40 years old and a person who had a master's degree in international studies or who has a Juris Doctor degree. So, ilaban lang hanggat kaya because sabi mo nga, as long as we have that spark inside na ginusto natin to, let's always go back to that. Bakit nga ba natin to ginusto, di ba?
Yeah.
At bakit natin to nilalaman?
Yeah.
I love that.
Tuwa.
Gusto ko to nga na very adulting yung ganap natin. And isa pang question, Mars, no? Ano yung natutulong nung pag-take ng master's degree while you're working in Shopee?
Okay. I think number one is, of course, yung knowledge. I mean, ang layo, no? Isipin mo marketing tapos sa international studies ka. Pero there are concepts that you can apply. For example, like, how do you, kumbaga sa international studies, ang aaralin mo, yung leaders and parang the government and the people, the citizens, how they can convince, the rhetoric, like parang, nila na, alam mo yung mga elections, parang nila ko-convince, or sometimes conflict management between the like the country. In this setup na marketing, syempre, iisip mo naman the audience. Yung citizens mo is yung audience mo. And paano mo sila may engganyo to, to have the brand. So, hindi man sila theoretically at same things, but conceptually, like, you can really apply it. That's number one that I've learned, knowledge. Number two, I think it's on more of the soft skills, like time management. Like, I get more productive kasi pag marami akong ginagawa. In a way na, pag wala kasi akong ginagawa, wala, diretso na yun. Pero pag marami akong ginagawa, okay, at 1 p.m., ito gagawin ko. At 9 p.m., ito gagawin ko. Alam mo yun, alam ko na, dire-diretso na yan. Saka mas napapressure, mas gusto kong pinapressure, I mean, sorry guys, pero mas gusto kong pinapressure yung sarili ko. Na okay, dapat paso mo na yan and all that.
But I feel that too, kasi kahit nung undergrad, remember yung prod nga natin na yan, sobrang favorite, one of my favorite memories with you. Papasa na siya nung kinabukasan, nag-record tayo, nag-post-prod tayo nung gabi lang.
Nung gabi lang.
Pero I mean, we're not saying that you procrastinate, guys, but what we're saying is you can turn pressure into something good na ma-accomplish mo talaga yung mga kailangan mong gawin.
Yeah, and sometimes pressure would let you understand your priorities better. Like, ano ba dapat kong ayusin muna? Like, eto ba? And it gives you like more of a holistic, good pressure, like holistic understanding of what's happening. Like, for example, okay, so dahil pressure ako ngayon, ano yung mga pain points kailangan kong malaman? Kasi ito yung mga dapat nating iwasan. Kasi sometimes, sa gusto natin matapos yung trabaho, nagiging band-aid solutions na lang yung mga bagay-bagay. Na parang, okay, gawin na lang natin to. But we never go back to, bakit nga ba nangyari to? So with that kind of pressure, yun yung isang mga natutunan ko is, okay, para hindi ito mangyari in the future, kailangan natin ayusin kasi time is really important.
Yes.
For someone working at the same time, study. So, you really have to fix everything. Tsaka gusto mo, ayos talaga lahat, organize. Like, I mean, kahit hindi naman structured, pero alam mo yung, eto dapat yun, eto nagag. Tsaka, mas mabilis ka na mag-isip ngayon.
That's true.
Like,
yung training talaga yung bilis mo mag-isip.
Oo, totoo, Mars. Parang, dati kasi parang yung 1 year ko nag-work lang, parang ang nabobobo na ako. Alam mo yun? Which is something na, oh my God.
Parang it feels na parang routinary, parang paulit-ulit ka. So parang you're so used to that system already. Unlike ang dami mong ginaganap, di ba?
Oo.
Lagi dapat on your feet.
Exactly. Yun nga. So parang pag nag-masters ka, hindi na talaga yung mga readings mo yung tutulong sa'yo. It's really more of yourself na parang, okay, ganito, ganyan, and all, and all. Mabilis ka dapat mag-isip, mabilis ka dapat gumalaw, and all. And it's something that's really important, not just in work, not just in school, but also in life. It would really hone you. And I think that's number 3 and the most important thing that I've learned in taking up masters or further studies, personal development. Like, aside from the time management, organized, parang mas naging self-reflexive ka na, okay, ito yung gusto kong gawin sa buhay ko. Kasi when you take further studies, hindi naman yun parang, okay, gusto ko siya, tatapusin ko siya, ito yung next yung gagawin. Hindi siya gano'n. It's always a continuous, for me at least, on my experience, it's always a continuous process of self-contemplation, tama pa itong, tulad yung sabi ko, tama pa itong ginagawa ko, ano yung next steps ko, ano yung mga dapat ko improve sa sarili ko kasi hindi na siya nag-work, yung priorities ko ba aligned to ba with what I want? Yun yung really, ay something that masters have told me, have teach me as well, na parang, alam mo yun, it's really more of developing yourself, your personality, your character, more than your career and everything.
Yes. Yes.
So, ayun. So, kung mag-masters sila or kayo, as I always say, yes, it's a good, it's a good thing to have your extra knowledge and all. But I always say, what I really loved about masters is how it's, has honed me to the person I am now. At the same time, your friends and networks. Iba yung networks kapag nagma-masters ka.
I so agree with that. Yung parang mas makikilala mo talaga yung sarili mo. Kasi iba talaga siya yung, ibang klaseng pressure talaga siya.
Yeah, lalo na sa law
Full-time
school.
work. Full-time work ka, tatanungin ka ng boss mo, okay, nagawa mo na ba to, ganito, ganyan. Tapos, after that, para okay, change hat ka na sa gabi, kailangan mo na magbasa or maggawa ng paper mo. And it takes a lot of self-awareness. Parang alam mo dapat kung ano yung mga, okay, wait, parang feeling ko hindi ko talaga to kayang gawin tonight. You have to rest, ganyan. Or okay, ito, productive ako sa ganitong oras. So, parang you're journeying also about knowing yourself more. Tapos, self-development in the long run. And yes, kasi totoo yung sasabi mo, it's really a process. Hindi siya yung parang, okay, from point A, point B. Hindi siya yung ganun. It's like A, B, C hanggang Z, di ba? Parang,
Pabalik ka pa minsan sa A na bakit.
That's so true.
Oo, parang, okay, dito na ako. Pero parang kailangan ko bumalik kasi kailangan ko mag-redirect. Ganun.
Yes. That's true. Kaya sobrang hindi siya linear, no? Parang can be curve or kung anumang shape yan. But, so parang kung halimbawa ikaw, nagtitake ka man ng master's degree ngayon and nahihirapan ka, do know that you're not alone.
Alone.
It's normal. And, always go back to your why nga, no? Sabi nga ni Neil, nung nalaman niya yung eureka moment niya and how he manifests it kahit social media pa ba yan. And of course, in the things that he do. So, ayun, keep in mind na you're not alone, it's normal, and it's valid. Yeah. So, ngayon naman, Mars, I wanna ask you, kwentuhan mo kami, parang a day in the life of Neil Raagas as a marketing person in Shopee. Oh my gosh, guys, whenever I see his stories on Instagram, sobrang, sabi ko talaga, wild. Neil, paano mo to nagagawa? Grabe yung energy. Kasi lumalabas siya eh. Hindi siya yung parang fully work from home. So, nakita ko siya sa TV, sumasayaw siya kasama mga dancers sa Wawawin, syempre groundwork. So, kwentuhan mo kami and paano mo na-juggle yung mga ganong bagay on top of like taking up that master's degree in international studies?
More sa totoo lang, hindi ko rin alam. I'll try to picture out. Kasi it's really, especially with the industry that I'm with, it's really, hindi nga siya fast-paced eh. It's hyper-fast eh. Yes. Kasi it's very reactionary to what's happening around, So, our work is literally from 10 to 7. But of course, it would require long hours kasi syempre I go out. Sometimes I would, I'll be sent to Tagaytay, to for meetings, etc. And sometimes it's not scheduled pa nga eh. So, it's really more of every day is like you're in a jungle.
Yeah.
And your goal is how to survive the day, but at the same time, enjoying it. Kumbaga, hindi lang survivor to eh. It's not parang ganun. It's really more of, enjoy natin yung journey. And kung matapilok man tayo, matusok man tayo, okay lang yan. Basta alam mo yun, nakamit ka may nakita ka magandang puno, may nakita ka mga prutas na bago, flowers. Kumbaga, every day it's more of like appreciating yung gulo, which nasa paligid natin, but thinking of how we can survive it so further develop ourselves. So, I think sa Shopee kasi, at least based on my experience, it's really, yun nga, sobrang bilis. So, how do I manage it? Oh my God. As in, sana nga pag gabi pwede na ako mag-stop, no, to work, but it's not. So,
Mhm.
talagang tumatama yung work mo sa study time mo or sometimes sa
Mhm.
class mo to the point na sometimes nagbi-meeting ako sa laptop, sa phone ko nagkaklase ako or nagpe-present ako pa. Hindi talaga maiwasan yun. Kasi syempre parang, actually the pandemic, I mean, I'm not invalidating others, but you know, the pandemic, kung meron man siyang nadala sa akin, it's really more of me being able to pursue masters pa rin kahit may pandemic. Kasi kung wala talaga, kung di were not work from home, at
Mhm.
least, hindi ako magma-masters talaga. Kasi,
Mhm.
I mean, on my field of work, ang hirap pag-travel to BGC,
Yes. Totoo
to,
yan.
yeah, yung 1 year pa nga lang, I was working with Gian that time. Buti na lang ang bait din talaga ng boss ko noon. Sa slide shift ako, 5 p.m. matatapos ako ng work. Tapos isipin mo, Mars, Mandaluyong to Diliman, in 30
I
minutes,
know.
makarating ako. Pag,
Angkas ba yan?
angkas to, Mars, yung angkas, bawal sa Mandaluyong pag dalawang lalaki.
Ma.
So,
Oh my gosh.
tinatakbo ko pa hanggang EDSA. So, from Shaw Boulevard, tatakbuhin ko pa hanggang EDSA para
Para
lang
dun ka
hindi
sasakay.
mo ka sasakay ng
Oh
angkas.
my gosh.
Siyempre, may dala kang laptop, may dala kang everything.
Mm, mm.
Tapos, yung gulo ka na, tapos nagbabasa ka pa. So, pupunta ka ng classroom, madalas late ako kasi 5:45 or 6, 5:30 yung klase. Mag-sorry ka na lang, sir, I'm really sorry. Tapos, hindi
Mm.
naman ng prof, in fairness naman sa mga prof,
Oo.
iintindihan naman nila kasi like,
Mm.
pawis ako, pero like, galing akong work and all. So, it's the time management is really important na parang, okay, dapat kunyari, Wednesday yung klase ko, dapat Monday nakadalawang readings na ako.
Mm.
Tuesday nakadalawang, natapos ko na yung readings, ganyan. So, yung a day talaga, Mars, hindi ko ma-structure kasi sobrang gulo na. It's really wild.
Kari
As
na
in,
lang. Alam mo na lang yun.
oo, parang gawin na lang natin. Kaya ang importante talaga, if you're working and you want to pursue masters, number one is to understand which industry are you in and if allowed ba siya.
Yes.
Kasi right now, what
Mm.
are your priorities? Kung priorities mo, nung tinanong kasi ako, ano bang priority mo? Sabi ko, priority ko talaga is magtrabaho kasi hindi ako
Oo.
mabubuhay na wala akong trabaho.
Yes.
Like, sino magpapaaral sa akin kung walang trabaho? So, yun. Sabi ko, if I'll be given an opportunity, at least, sabi ko, kahit 1% lang a chance to go to masters, kukunin ko na yung chance na yun. And kahit mahirap. So, I took nga the chance, no? And, ayun, so parang, I'm sorry, pero mas priority ko yung work. Pero I'm doing my best still with my studies. Alam mo yun? Kasi, andito ako hindi ko naman pwedeng just pabayaan ginusto ko to and all So, hindi rin ako pwedeng magreklamo sa mga tao ko. It's always like that Parang ginusto mo yan, so you don't
Yes.
have to tell other people na, sorry, nagma-masters ako or sorry,
Oo.
may
Oo.
work kasi ako It's no, you signed up for both. So, you have to
Correct.
understand your priorities na kailangan mong matapos yung mga bagay.
Mhm.
Tapos, kunyari, stress ka na sa work, hindi mo siya pwedeng dalhin sa masters.
Totoo yan.
sa, sa school, di mo siya pwedeng dalhin sa work na parang, alam mo yon multiple
Mhm.
hats talaga siya. Yun din yung matututunan mo talaga na parang, okay, you have to, para ka rin actor, sa totoo lang, yung hindi na enjoy ko, you get to be
It's a
like, it's a
performance.
performance.
Mhm.
And time management is really important in a way, ang nangyayari na lang siguro, what helps me is I list down all the things I need to do. Dun,
Mm.
at least kahit pa paano, pag na-visualize mo kasi, yung mga
Yes.
gusto mong gawin, gagawin mo. Tsaka, kapag kaya mo nang gawin mo na. Huwag mo nang,
Totoo.
kasi
Totoo yan.
hindi mo na alam kung kailan ka ulit magkakaroon ng free time.
Exactly. Actually, mantra din talaga yan. And I like what you said about sa parang I signed up for it Parang hindi mo siya gagawing excuse kasi you have to know your priorities and there are really industries and even certain companies that do not allow na yung mga employees nila ay mag-pursue ng further studies. That's why actually maswerte talaga tayo, Mars.
Oo.
And what I always do, no, if ever lilipat kayo ng work and nagma-master's degree kayo or further studies, disclose it to your employer.
Yes.
Kasi hindi natin alam, baka mamaya hindi pwede, tas parang ipakwit ka, ganyan. I
Yeah.
mean, syempre, hindi naman natin gusto mangyari yun. So, always disclose. And know nga kung ano bang industry yung hindi naman fully accommodate na hindi ka naman sa trabaho. Pero at least, may kahit papaanong leeway for you to be able to still attend to your further studies. Kasi at the end of the day, as Neil said, nag-commit ka. So, you have to deliver for both and hindi mo sila pwedeng gawing excuse sa isa't isa.
Yeah. It's really important talaga to set expectations with your bosses when you're a full-time employee. Kasi you're employed eh. Technically, kapag na working hours or work ka, wala sa kanila talaga. Yan talaga. So, know your priorities talaga. Yun yung importante. Kung kailangan mo ba talaga mag full-time work, baka kaya naman mag part-time work. So, alam mo yun? So, for ilang units, importante din alaman mo, ilang units ba yung kaya ko. Important na alamin mo yung workload ng subject eh. Shit, puro papers ba ako dito? Alam mo yun? So, sometimes isipin mo, 6 units lang. Sige, pero mabigat din yung 6 units. So, parang, 3 units muna ako. It's really like it's like a dance.
Yung pacing.
Alamin mo yung ano mo. And
rhythm, ganyan. Yung pacing, ganyan.
And I think, yun nga, hindi minamadali ang masters. Or like,
so agree.
Ang law school, hindi yan minamadali. Ang importante, you enjoy the journey and you learn from the journey talaga.
That's so true. Lagi ko naririnig sa mga upperclassmen namin or people na, yun, nag-aral ng mga law students din, ganyan. Law school is not a race, it's a marathon. So talagang, hindi naman siya pabilisan. Yeah. Kumbaga, at the end of the day, pare-pareho kayong magiging abogado. At the end of the day, pare-pareho kayong magkakaroon ng master's degree. But of course, marathon siya. So alam niyo naman yung ginaganap sa marathon, talagang malala. Malala yung pagdadaanan. So kumbaga, you have to, yun nga sabi ni Neil, you have to enjoy the ride, the journey, and learn from it as much as you can.
Yeah. So, laban lang guys. Mahirap talaga siya. Hindi ko sabing madali siya. I mean, hindi rin siya lagi masaya. Yung importante. Hindi siya lagi masaya. Mas maraming mas maraming pero yung saya na yun, yung saya na konti na yun, dun mo ma-realize yung worth mo as a person. Yung, like, anong gusto mong gawin. Yeah.
And then apart from that, Mars, so syempre kanina, pinag-usapan natin yung work mo, yung school mo, paano ka naman nagiging adult pa sa ganap na yan? Like, how do you still, syempre, perform your duties as anak, or as a brother, as a friend, or as a partner, as a person na may dinidate kung meron man?
Sana meron. Never. To be honest, naniniwala ako yung parang 4 burners na parang sa stove, may 4 na burner. If you light so much with this burner 1, syempre maapektuhan yung light kasi you cannot have all full-blown, burner. So, may mga sacrifice ka talaga. Like on my end, so I'm so driven with my career and everything. So, less time with the family, less time with, wala tayong love life, Mars, never tayo Sana meron. Baka naman, pagkatapos sa master's ko, di ba?
Baka meron tayong viewer dito.
Oo,
okay,
baka naman, comment
Instagram ni Neil.
But yeah, alam mo yun, ang sinasabi ko lang sa sarili ko, one step at a time. So, yung social life mo talaga, sobrang mawawala siya when your focus really is your career, like work and studies. So, tataasan mo kasi yung burner 1 mo, for example, on your career. Siyempre, hihina yung gas ng ibang burner. So, in terms of that, yun nga, tulad ng sabi ko, if there are lull moments of your life, kahit 1 hour lang yan, make the most out of it. And it's always important to listen to your body and yourself. Yun talaga, Mars, kung dati ng college na gagawa natin hindi matulog ng mahaba.
Oh my gosh.
Hindi ko alam, tumatanda na ba tayo or what? Ang hirap
alam mo, ako lang yung nakaka-feel niyan, Mars. I mean, sabi ko talaga, paano pa ito nagagawa ni Neil? Kasi nung college tayo, yung favorite memory natin sa bus.
Oo.
Tuloy-tuloy, 4:00 na, tapos pumasok pa ako sa work. Parang, paano natin nagawa yun? Tapos parang ngayon, hindi ko na siya magawa, Mars. Akala ko ako lang.
Oo, tapos sa college pa, di ba, iinom pa ng after. Kung pag
Totoo.
iinom ka, parang ako, it's important, rest is important. Hinga, it's important. Your mental health is really important.
That's so true.
As in, yes, pressure is there and all, but you also have to listen to yourself. For me, aside from the social life, minsan the social life that you'll be needing is the social interaction with yourself.
Mhm.
Like, mas
I
dun,
like that. Mhm.
like parang, dun, as in the whole time, when I was journeying this further studies and career, I lost contacts with some friends, but it doesn't mean I'm not friends with them anymore.
Mhm.
And dun ko na-value yung mga friends like yun na parang isang message mo lang kahit wala namang, ay mga random messages na,
Oo, yung mga
Mars,
react sa story.
oo, reacts, alam mo yun, alam mo na yun eh, Mars, alam mo yan, we're fighting together, ganon. And
Yes.
yung mga time, yung balance with the social, promise guys, hindi siya journey na, I can do everything. Ganon. Mukha lang siyang ganon, pero na yung mga masasacrifice talagang mga bagay. And it's okay because in the end, pag na okay na lahat, pag stable na lahat, you can do everything that you want in your life as long as you don't give up with what you really want and your dreams. Kasi kasi at the end of the day, hindi lang dapat ikaw, yung purpose mo at least for myself din.
Yes.
Hindi lang dapat ikaw para sa iyo kung bakit ka nagma-masters o bakit ka nag-law school, bakit ka nagtatrabaho. It's always because of the people around you. It's should always be for others, not always just for yourself. But it's important to listen to yourself and be selfish at sometimes, especially when you're tired, etc. At the end of the day, kahit na-sacrifice mo yung social life mo sa friends mo or your family or love life, pag okay na lahat kasi, and you're doing it for them, you get to know the real people that you're now worthy talaga of your pagod, of your help, and etc. So, don't worry. Ito talaga na important sa akin in terms of social life, and etc. Kahit wala tayong tulog, no? People would really come and go.
Yes.
And like after college, I realized the friends that I've met, or like even the closest friends that I had when I was in college, hindi ko na sila friends ngayon, and that's okay.
Yes.
And that's really okay because sometimes we really have to grow apart, and it doesn't mean na may hatred tayo sa kanila, tayong alam mo yon. It's really more of cherishing the people who are you with right now. And if they go, it's okay. Thank the memory, it happened. And if they go back, welcome them as if you were the same like friends before. So just cherish the moment talaga. And going back to your question, dami kong sinasabi talaga, no? Going back to your question na how do you balance pa ba? Wala talaga akong tulog, Mars. 2 to 4 hours lang daily. And I know it's bad. But as I mentioned, it's always a sacrifice. Every day is a sacrifice. But it's gonna be all worth it. Believe in the process. Trust yourself. It's all gonna be worth it.
I love that. Parang damang-dama ko yung parang people will come and go. And that's so true. Parang, yun nga, parang we don't hold naman grudges against people. Kasi iba-iba na talaga yung priorities. Dahil na kung, ayun nga, lumalaki yung responsibilities natin. Like, if we were to commit to, yun nga, further studies, may full-time employment contract tayo, tapos meron pa tayo ibang volunteer work. So, don't take it against people. I think, I would like to take this opportunity then. Don't take it against people na friends mo before, na yun nga, further studies or law school or med school, kung di na sila masyado nakakasama sa mga barkada trips, sa mga lakad, because it's really, yun nga, a sacrifice every day. I mean, gusto namin, but at the end of the day, priorities. Hindi kayo priority or hindi kayo gustong kasama, but ang dami lang din talagang mga commitment na kailangan dun mag-deliver. I felt that.
Yeah, tsaka if you're really a friend or like someone is really a friend, they would really understand. And success is relative eh. For them, for other people talaga, the success would be, just being happy every day, enjoying life, social life, etc. But for others, success is like, pursuing further studies and etc. So my point is, what is success for you? So you would know like your priorities as well. So, ayun nga. So, parang don't take it against other people. If puro, kung sabi mo kanina, don't take it against the people who chose to take further studies, di sa makasama. But also don't take it against to people na mas pinili nila na maging happy, being carefree, traveling.
Yes.
Because for them, that's success.
Yes.
And we should respect that. And ayun, so parang just support each other. That's really important.
Yun
Just
talaga.
support each other.
Totoo. It means so much, no, to have people around you who are really supportive of the things that you do. Yun nga, kahit tayo ang tagal na hindi nakita, Mars.
Oh
Pero
my God.
damang-dama ko na parang kahit na ngayon virtual. Actually, ito lang ulit, guys,
Oo.
yung call
Ito
namin na
yung
ano.
kami
So,
nag-usap.
pero parang normal. Parang kung ano kami nung college, ganito pa rin kami ngayon. So, parang, and it means so much to us people na, like kahit ako, Mars, parang kahit magre-react na tayo sa sarili natin
Ako
story.
din.
Ramdam natin yon, and
Oo.
it means so much for us na parang laban lang.
yung smallest things na ganun talaga, mas ma-appreciate mo siya pag nag-further studies ka na. And for me, I think what's great about this friendship with those people na nag-further studies din is kahit di mo sabihin na Mars, kaya mo yan, galingan mo yan, alam mong nandyan sila sa'yo. Alam
Yes.
mong you're with them in the journey. And it's not a competition. I think that's really important. You're not going to further studies because it's a competition. That I should be better with this person. I should be better with. I mean, of course, there is like the merit of adding like 4-letter before your name or after. But at the end of the day, it's not a competition. It's really more of you gaining knowledge so you can impart it in the future. So, hindi siya like,
I love what you said about that, Mars, no? Kasi I'm not sure, I haven't experienced personally, but some other people would parang take it as a competition kasi, no, yung pag further studies, ganyan. Tapos, si ganito, doktor na, or si ganito, may degree na sa ganito, ganyan. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's the point of it all. Kasi,
exactly.
ayoko ako lang, personally, syempre, it's not about the ano naman eh. It's not about the clout. It's about what you will do with that degree and how you will make an impact to other people's lives. Kasi, I mean, for me, hindi naman ako nag-aaral ng abogasya para lang maging attorney. At the end of the day, my goal is really to help people understand ano ba yung batas. Kasi parang for me, based dun sa napapag-aralan ko, parang detached niya sa maraming Pilipino. And my goal is really to help Filipinos further understand the law. So, that's about it. Hindi siya yung parang, attorney ako eh, bakit ba? Hindi siya ganon.
I mean, ako, to be honest, nung bago ako mag-master's, sabi ko, gusto ko mag-master's kasi lahat naman college graduate most of the time in the corporate world. So, kailangan mo ng leverage. I would take master's. Pero, hindi yun yung magsusustain sa'yo para ituloy yung master's. Kasi mahirap talaga siya. Ang magsusustain sa'yo is yung purpose mo. Bakit mo siya ginagawa? Na I'm doing this, it's not because I want to be better with others, but because, as what you said, it's really your values and your personal purpose talaga.
I love that. Grabe. Sobrang adult natin, Mars. Grabe.
I
just remember dati umiinom tayo.
Sa TK, masarap naman.
Uminom. Okay. So, apart from that, Mars, no? So, dito naman tayo sa medyo quote-unquote chill side if you were still able to experience this. How do you spend your weekends naman if hindi ka nagwo-work or hindi ka nag-aaral? If may mga ganun ka pang weekends.
Okay, doon na tayo sa... Of course, meron namang mga weekends na ganun. Pero hindi ko sabihin na laging ganun. May times lang. But guilty pleasure ko talaga recently, Mars. Nagpapamassage talaga ako every weekend. I mean, okay na sa akin. I mean, parang treat ko na lang to. Treat yourself talaga, weekends. As in, may time na kahit matulog lang ako the whole Saturday, okay lang. Yes. Kahit wala akong magawa. Because sleep, as in, treating yourself is really important for me. Tapos, Iba ka, ako kasi, di ba, ayoko kasi na idol lang ako sa isang bag. Alam mo ko, lagi ako
Mm.
galaw na galaw. Gusto ko mag-move to one place. Yung utak ko umaandar. For me kasi rest for me is like talking to people, reconnecting with other people, or sometimes reconnecting with, kasi parang the journey is always, like everyday journey is reconnecting to myself eh. Parang lagi, yun yung lagi kasi sinasabi, di ba? Parang it's a self-discovery process, taking further studies, and working at the same time. So yung mga times may free time ako, I make sure I still reach out to the people, doon pa din, yun nga, social connections mo. And don't feel bad if they don't say, if they don't reply, etc. But
Mm.
treating myself is like going out there. I mean, being safe, of course, may sweet because of the pandemic. But at least, going to coffee shops, yung wala kang iniisip, or yun nga, massage. Sometimes I would visit UP and
Mm.
just reminisce like
Yes.
the things that, the bad and the good things that happened in UP, alam mo yun. And ako hindi ako yung, kahit film theater person ako, right now, hindi ako nanonood masyado ng mga movies and series because I feel like yung 1 hour na yun, ang dami ko nang nagawa and all.
Mm.
And that's for me lang kasi gusto ko
Mhm.
talaga, kasi this pandemic is really another layer eh.
Yes.
So yung iba talaga yung nag-masters ka habang nagkatrabaho ka during pre-pandemic. Iba
Mhm.
talaga yun. Kasi kaya may boundaries eh. And all. And
Mm.
your friends anytime and all. This time, it's really hard. Kaya kailangan mo talagang kapag may free time ka, during weekends, ka nag-aaral, okay lang. Tsaka, for me, okay lang na mag-backlogs ka. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Okay lang na mag-procrastinate ka if ang kapalit naman nun is your sanity.
Mhm.
So, it's really important, Mars. So, yun
I
lang. As in,
I agree. Actually, I agree dun sa hindi ko yun nga, we're not encouraging you to procrastinate, guys, no? What we're trying to say is, don't push yourself too hard at the expense of your mental health and physical well-being. Kasi I understand na, ayun nga, ang dami na ngang nangyayari eh. And hindi mo maiiwasan na hindi ka magkasakit na, not necessarily contracting COVID, no? Pero yung pagod, yung puyat, yung fatigue, yung pag lahat yan nagsama-sama na, magkakasakit ka and mas iba yung impact nun. So, if you feel like hindi mo talaga kayang matapos yung readings mo or yung paper mo, as long as you don't, like, hindi naman yung tipong naging delinquent ka na or remiss in your duties at work, then go, take that rest, diba?
Yeah, it's always sometimes your free time also is like your chance to, if you have to step backward 3 times, step, like get like one step backward so you can move forward na 3 steps, diba? So parang, it's okay to take breaks talaga. Yun yung something that I'm working on right now, as in learn to breathe and to stop. Kasi nasanay ka na mabilis lagi and all eh. And it's important to breathe talaga. As in,
Yes.
mental health, guys. Mental health.
Yes, totoo yan. And speaking of happy things, no, and making things happen. Oh my gosh, ito guys, mainit-init pa. Neil, share mo naman dito sa vlog mo for the first time.
First
Ito na
time.
first time. I mean, na-share niya
Oo.
na sa sockbed niya. But, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of my friend. So, share mo naman yung recent feat mo about getting accepted in a school in New York.
It's so surreal, Mars. Because, yun nga, sabi ko sa'yo, di ba, 20 years old pala ako, 2016, I really want to be a diplomat by day. And a theater film artist by day. So, doon pa lang talaga, alam ko na ito yung gusto ko. Kaya nga ako nag-masters in international studies kasi yung first clause doon na diplomat by day, yun, kaya ako then 2016, I applied for it. Sabi ko, try natin kahit wala akong pera. May bayad daw yung application fee, $75. Magkano din yun? So, hindi ko baka pwede ganyan, blah. So, they waived the application fee. I tried. Hindi ako nakapag-audition. Long story short. Kasi, sabi ko, hindi naman talaga ako makapunta dyan kasi wala akong pera. So, right now, a sem before, like, patapos yung masters ko, hopefully, nag-email sila, 1:03 a.m. One night of, like, 1:03 a.m. in the, like, Friday, sabi if I want to try because they can waive my application fee and offer scholarships. And that's like, what, 5 years after? And nasa spam ko pa siya, ha? Nasa spam folder ko pa siya.
Mhm.
So parang, okay, sige, try natin. Tapos ayun na, nagdire-diretso na, nag-audition ako ng quietly kasi sabi ko hindi naman ako ma-accept dito. Nanghiram pa ako ng camera kasi wala talaga akong ano. Tapos ganap, as in, 3 AM pa ako nag-shoot, wala talaga akong equipment and all. Hindi pa siya pasok dun sa guidelines na binigay nila na audition. Kasi logistically, sabi ko, I cannot really do that kind of studio audition, etc.
Mhm.
So I just explained. Then, like less than 2 weeks they emailed me back. And wow, I got accepted. So alam ko, what? And still, alam mo yun, I don't think I'll be able to pursue it because financially, alam mo naman wala tayong ganung
Mhm.
kahit may scholarship. Pero the fact is, which also applies when you do further studies is, ang importante naman hindi masyado yung kung mag-fail ka, kung matutuloy mo or hindi. Importante is yung learnings mo talaga. At least this time na pumasa ako, I know that I'm capable of. At I have able to prove myself and hindi ako sumuko na ma-accept. Yung fact pa lang na yun, sabi ko, I have already achieved yung Diplomat by day dahil sa masters ko. And the theater film artist by night because, alam mo yun, so what I'm saying is, it's really a delayed thing. Wala kang, kumbaga, you may fail right now, but it doesn't mean you'll be failing forever.
Yes.
It takes time. And sometimes you don't have to know when. It will just really come. And just just really trust the process. Just really move forward. Because one day, kung para sa yan, at kung gusto mo the universe would always tell you, eto yon.
Yes.
Like, who would have thought na may mag-email sa akin, mag-audition ako, papasa ako, at the moment na patatapos na ako sa masters ko.
Which is kagabi lang yan, di ba, Mars? So, sobrang sakto
kagabi
for this meeting or vlog, di ba?
Tapos yun nga, sabi ko, you would always go back to your whys. Kasi parang, it all goes back to my ultimate goal. And, yun sabi ko, it wasn't like it doesn't really matter if it's a big step or a small step. Because if you keep doing like a small step along the way, you'll get there. Promise. Just trust yourself.
Yes.
Trust the process talaga. As in,
I love that. Ilaban mo lang, no? As long as you put your heart into it, as long as you work for it. Syempre, hindi rin naman yan yung parang lahat na lang ay fate, di ba? Talagang you also have to put your effort in doing things and making things happen.
Yeah. Kasi like, if hindi naman, okay, may nag-email nga sa'yo, kung hindi mo naman actionan or nawalan ka agad ng pag-asa na, like yung 2016 self ko, nawalan agad ako ng pag-asa to audition, parang hindi talaga mangyayari yun. And that was, yun nga sabi ko, the greatest failure is not even trying at all. Try lang, wala namang mawawala eh. I mean, okay, mapapagod ka and all, pero ganun talaga, but it's a continuous process. So, like further studies, it doesn't have to be like point A to point B talaga. Or sometimes nga, may mga kilala ko, 3 years na sa law school or 3 years na sa master's, tapos ma-realize sila, this is not for me. Mag-drop out. And that's okay.
Yes.
And that's really okay. As long as you know your purpose talaga. I'm very motherly or what, alam mo yun. Yung mga sinasabi ko, but ang cliche, but that's really true, guys. Like, nandun na kayo sa eksena, na sabihin nyo, kaya mo yan, konti na lang. I mean, kaya mo yan, pero you should know your threshold as well. So, ayun, so itong pagkatanggap ko sa New York, I'm not yet sure about kung matutuloy ako, kasi it's in January, there's like 1 month to prepare, kasi dapat December, nandun ka na, diba? But, the point is, pumasa ka, and you did something for your dreams. And that's the point of further studies, eh. Like, and working na parang, you should be doing this because you want, bigger, bigger things for yourself and for others. So, ayun. So, laban lang talaga. At po.
Yes, I like that, Mars. Sobrang totoo yung laban lang, and I know parang paulit-ulit siya, pero kasi
Mhm.
each journey naman for sure is different. Siyempre yung journey ni Mars niya, iba naman sa journey ko, iba rin naman sa journey ng ibang person na nagma-master's degree or nagma-med school or law school. But at the end of the day, the uniform thing is we will push through we will push through if we know bakit natin ginagawa yung bagay na yun.
Ah.
I love it.
And, yeah, and kahit lagi namin sinasabi na laban lang, and all, there's two things that I want to tell. Number one, kung kaya pa ng mental health mo, check on your friends. Because kahit gano'n sila kasaya on social media, or sometimes hindi nga sila nagpapakita sa social media, they feel like they're successful and kaya nila. Hindi mo alam yung pinagdaanan nila. And that one message or something can save lives.
Yes.
Number two, okay, nawala yung sasabihin ko, pero I think check on your friends. Tapos number two is, okay, nawala yung sasabihin ko. Wait lang.
Okay lang yan, go. So, ito na lang, Mar. So, final question. Any tips for aspiring graduate students or yung mga person na niisip nila na mag-pursue pa ng maybe second degree or even master's degree?
I think it's really important, madami kang bagay na i-consider before going to master's degree. Number one, of course, your priorities. Ano ba yung, at least for me, what's your financial status? Kaya mo ba mag full-time studies? Or mag-work ka ba muna? Kasi kailangan mo mag-support sa family. Iyon. So, check your financial stability. Number two, if you're already working and you want to pursue further studies, you have to be open to the people that would be affected. Number one, your family, so they would know their expectations on you. Number two, are your bosses, because it would really affect. I mean, you have to do adjustments in time, etc. So you have to be open about it. So if they would allow, that's good. If they won't, are you willing to delay your masters or your further studies, or you have to look for a job? So, tapos number three, it's important to plan for it in terms of logistics. Saan yung school mo allowed? Kasi hindi siya, lalo na pag face-to-face, ang hirap mag-travel, the Philippines, lalo na sa Philippines. Hirap mag-travel. So, it's also important. Number four, don't choose don't choose the school na sa tingin mo it would bring so much glitz and glamour on your CV. I think for me, choose the school that would best fit your culture, your personality, and your career track. For me kasi, yes, school would be there, but choose this, kung di naman siya ganun expert sa ganitong field, so just go to the school that you like and fits your needs and your wants. And I think the most important thing is just believe in yourself that you can do it. Like, nobody, at the end of the day, nobody cannot are busy enough to do their stuff, but at the end of the day, you only have yourself to believe na kaya mo, na gagawin mo siya. So, hindi siya mangyayari kung hindi ka maniniwala sa sarili mo. And in believing yourself, you have to know your purpose. So, bakit ba ito ginagawa? Para kanino ko ito ginagawa? And it shouldn't be always, it's because of me. So, it's not, for me, further studies is not really much more about yourself. Kasi walang gamit yan kung puro nasa utak mo lang yan.
Yes.
Walang point yung further studies mo kung nasa CV mo lang yan. Kung di mo yan i-apply para makatulong sa iba, kahit anong field pa yan, kung sabihin nyo, kahit math pa yan, or
kahit
undergrad pa yan, o kahit undergraduate, kahit anong degree pa yan, it's always have to be for the others. It's always have to be for a bigger picture, for a bigger purpose. It's gonna be useless if it's all just for yourself. And ayun, I think those things talaga ang tips ko lang talaga. And kung gusto mo naman kasi talaga, tuloy mo na yan. The fact na inisip mo,
Yes.
kung ako lang tatanungin mo,
If you're watching this video, mag-apply ka na.
Oo.
Set mo na yan. Go.
oh, as in, kung naisip mo siya, gawin mo na. Kung hindi ka pumasa, di okay. Kung hindi ka,
Yeah.
oo.
Right.
Diba?
At the end of the day, if wala ka namang taong tinatapakan or hindi mo naman
Oo.
makakarm yung sarili mo, then go for it. Diba?
Go lang. Hindi lang siya sa masters, guys. As in anything.
In life. Diba?
Push nyo lang. Ganito lang yun. Kung hindi nangyari, okay lang. Kung gusto ko talaga, tatry ko ulit. Hindi ulit nangyari, okay lang. Kung nangyari, di good. So, it's as simple as that. Like,
Yes.
just, mahirap yung adulthood
Do
eh.
it.
Oo, just do it. Mahirap siya, pero...
Kung gusto mo.
Naalala ko na yung second ko na sasabihin.
Go.
Sorry. Yun nga. So, check on others. And number 2, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Yes.
Yeah. Like, kahit gano'n ka ka-strong, laban lang, it's okay to ask. Kung nag-check ka sa others, it's okay also to ask for them.
Mm-hmm.
And like, hindi man lang financial, physical, as in emotional and mental support.
Mm-hmm.
Really important. It's okay. Whatever you're feeling, tell them you're valid. It's okay.
Yes. And that's very important lalo na ngayon, no? Kanina nga na-mention mo na, the pandemic is an extra layer to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, the pandemic in itself, tiring na nga siya eh. And then, how much more na nagtatrabaho ka, na nag-adult ka, tapos nagma-master's degree ka or further studies. So, don't be afraid to ask for help because there's no shame in asking for it. Kasi, yun, lahat naman tayo nahihirapan din in one way or another. So, ask for help if you really feel like you need it. Ayun! Sabi Mars, I mean, it was an amazing talk with you. Sobrang na-miss
ako din.
Ayun nga, ito nga yung parang after nung January. Ano ba yung 2020, no? January
2020, Taal. Sumabog yung Taal nun.
Oo! Oh my gosh! Oo, I remember. Nagkita kami sa SM.
Mega Mall. Kumain kami
sa Manam.
Manams, yeah. Konting very tita beer.
Oo, tama. And then, look at where we are now. I mean,
usapan pa lang natin yun, di ba mag-exam ka ngayon, second year ka na.
At ikaw din, magkukompre ka na. I mean, di ba, parang at the end of the day, lilipas ang oras. But, if you try it earlier on, diba, you will be able to achieve things kahit na hindi siya one-time, big time na isang talo nandun ka na.
Kung may chance kayo try early, kasi of course, we understand yung iba, kailangan, may mga factors yan, like, structural poverty, opportunities. But if you have that chance, go for it. Kung nakahiga ka lang dyan, nanonood dyan, pero may chance
pero naiisip mo na talaga even before.
Push mo na. Wala nang perfect timing. Wala na yan. Go mo lang.
Yes. It's really for you to decide because, yun nga, at the end of the day, choice naman talaga natin yung mga ginaganap natin in life.
Yes.
Yung Mars, grabe. Sobrang heartwarming nitong interview and talk. It didn't feel like nagba-vlog tayo or what. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. Again, this is Nori, and we have, again, Neil. Let's roll again next time. Bye!